Hi, thanks for joining me today. I'm April Plank. I'm going to be taking you through a Pilates fusion class mixed with yoga. So we will go ahead and get started. All you need is a mat. So let's step to the edge of the mat and just bring your feet about sits bones distance apart. Stand up nice and tall. Take your hands to your heart, palms pressing firmly together. And just start to find your foundation. So you're feeling equal pressure on the heel, the baby toe side of the foot, and the big toe side of the foot. And you just rock side to side or forward and back until you feel that nice weighted even pressure of the legs. From there, activate the legs. Feel those legs nice and strong, gently pulling the muscles in towards the bone. Take a gentle pull of the abdominals in, a little tuck of the tailbone down. Feel as you push your hands into your heart, your shoulders slightly roll back and down, and then feel the energy reach through the crown of the head. We're going to start with a nice big inhale as you reach the arms up and over the head. You can take a little back bend if it feels good for you or not if it doesn't. And then as you exhale, bring the hands back to the heart. We're doing that 2 more times. Big deep inhale as you look up, reaching the arms high, pressing the palms together. Big exhale as you come back down. 1 more time, big inhale as you reach and extend up and over the head. And exhale down to the heart. Adding on from here, inhale, reach the arms up and over the head. As you exhale, swan dive down, reaching the arms. Now, if they can touch the floor, great, you can touch the floor. If not, bend the knees until you can touch the floor, or take the hands to the thighs, whichever works best for your flexibility. And I know we're just getting warmed up. Inhale, look up and lengthen. You can come to the fingertips, or you can take the hands right on your shins. Squeeze your legs, activating the legs in towards the bones. Exhale, melt the spine all the way back down, 1 vertebrae at a time. And then roll your spine up like you're stacking your spine against an imaginary wall behind you, 1 vertebrae at a time. Roll the shoulders back, lift the heart, take the hands to your heart again. We'll do that again. Inhale, reach the arms up and over the head. Exhale, swan dive over. Choose where you'd like to place the hands, mat or shins. Inhale, look up and lengthen. Exhale, melt back down. And then inhale, roll your spine all the way back up, 1 vertebrae at a time, bringing the hands to the heart and standing up tall. Last time here, inhale, reach the arms. Exhale, swan dive over. Inhale, nice and deep breath, looking up and lengthening. Exhale, releasing back down. And then rolling the spine. Now in yoga, you usually inhale through the nose, exhale through the nose. In Pilates, you inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. So you get to choose the breath that works for you. Let's add on. Take the hands to the heart. Inhale, reach the arms high, big breath in. Exhale, swan dive over. Inhale, look up and lengthen. If your hands are on the shins, take them to the floor. You're going to step your right foot back, and then step your left foot back and find a plank. I want you to push back through the heels, tuck your tailbone slightly, pull your abdominals in, roll your shoulders back, slight little bend at the elbows. Look forward slightly and lift your sternum. We're going to lower the knees down, the chest and the chin down to the floor, and then lay all the way on the belly. Take your hands right to your sides. Push your pubic bone firmly into the mat as you start to just lift into a little baby cobra. So your arms are reaching to the sides, your shoulders are back and down. You're looking right to the tip of the nose, and the crown of the head is reaching forward as the legs are reaching back. Just a few breaths here, warming up through the back and the spine. And then you'll release everything down. Take the hands right beside you. Press all the way up to the knees. Turn your toes underneath you so you're in a tabletop, and then lift your knees and push your feet back into a downward facing dog. And you can just kind of walk your dog out, so you're just pushing 1 heel at a time down towards the mat, giving those calves a little stretch, stretching and releasing through the back of the legs. And then drop both heels down, look towards the front. You're going to take a big step with the right foot forward, follow with the left, take an inhale, look up, exhale, release everything down. Stack your spine 1 vertebrae at a time all the way up. Let's reach the arms up and over the head. Big deep breath in, and let's go down again. Take the arms through the heart, roll all the way down. Inhale, look up and lengthen. This time step the left foot back first, just to equalize the body. Take the right foot back and find your plank. Finding that plank, pushing back through the heels, pulling the abs in slightly, tucking the tailbone slightly. You're just going to start rocking forward and back. Feel the heels rock forward and push the heels back. Again, you can inhale nice and deep through the nose, exhale through the mouth or the nose, your choice. And I'll probably be changing based on if I'm doing kind of something that feels better with the nose breath or with the mouth breath, totally up to you. Last two rocks, forward and back. And then we'll slowly bring the knees down, lower the chest down, and come to the belly. Keep the hands right where they are, turn the toes under, push the pubic bone into the mat, and start to curl your upper back. So I don't want you to push into your hands and try to drive them away from you. I want you to pull with your hands like you're trying to slide your hands towards your legs and press your chest forward. Very gentle back bend. And just taking a few breaths as you hold here. Keep rolling the shoulders back, lifting the sternum forward, and rooting down through the pubic bone. And then release everything down. Turn the toes under. We'll go back through the knees, back into tabletop, and back into downward facing dog. Again, you can walk your dog out, one heel at a time, just pushing down towards the mat. And then let both heels press down to the mat. Look to the front. You're going to step your legs forward and left foot forward, right foot back. If it takes you like several steps to step forward, that's fine. And then you're going to have a seat, so you can use your hands for support, and you're going to sit all the way down. Bring the legs out in front of you just slightly and reach the arms forward. Sit really tall on those sits bones, and then let's roll our spine back. So I want you to roll back just about halfway, and then you're going to roll back up and sit right on top of the sits bones. So you're scooping your abs in, you're rolling slightly back off of the sits bones till you feel that big tuck and scoop and that squeeze of the low, deep abdominals. And then you're going to sit big and tall up back on the sit bones. Do that again. Exhale as you press back. Big inhale, and then exhale as you come forward. We'll do 3 more times. And exhale forward. And last 2. And exhale forward. Next time we're going to hold it back there. So roll yourself back off the sitting bones. Take your hands back into that prayer position at the heart. Really scoop and tuck your tailbone, and you're going to do a little side to side twist. So I want you to twist right, and I want you to twist left. So it's a little twist to the left and right. Again, I'm using that Pilates exhale through the mouth. Sometimes I'm exhaling through the nose. Do what feels best for you. Just make sure you're breathing. That's the important part. You want to keep that breath moving through the body. We'll go 4 and 3 and 2. Do 1 more. Come back to the center. Reach the arms long and roll your spine all the way down. Take your arms into a goalpost position. Lift your legs up into tabletop. You're going to let your knees go over to the right, keeping your left shoulder down. And then exhale back to the center. Bring the knees over to the left, keeping your right shoulder down. And then back to the center. Keep going side to side. Now, if you have more room than I do, you can certainly bring the arms straight out. I just kind of run into the wall when I do that. So goalpost kind of works for me. If the arms can go all the way straight to a T and that feels better, feel free to do that. So just big twist to the side, warming up through the obliques. Big exhale to pull back in. Big twist to the side. And exhale to pull in. Let's do 2 more to each side, or excuse me, 1 more to each side, so a total of 2. And last one. And then back to the center. Take the arms over the head, right in line with your shoulders. Big inhale here, and then exhale, lift your head, neck, and shoulders into a crunch. Now in this crunch, I want you to drop your tailbone, so you don't want to scoop your abs and round your back. You want your abdominals to be long, tailbone heavy, and then lower your head, neck, and shoulders back down. Again, you're going to exhale, lift your head, neck, and shoulders up, keep that tailbone rooted, keep those abdominals long, and then lower back down. Exhale as you lift. and inhale as you lower. Going for 3 more here. Exhale as you lift. Inhale, lower. Last 2 here. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Hold your next one up. Exhale and lift. Now take your hands behind the head, elbows wide. So your head is resting in your hands. Take your right leg long and switch it with the left. So you're going right and left. Reach it long and low. The lower the leg goes, the more challenge, but you don't want to go so low that you're starting to arc through the back. Keep everything still from the head to the hips. Last 4 and 3, 2. Adding an upper body twist. Next time the left knee comes in, the right arm goes across, and then you switch. So you're doing a little crisscross motion with the upper body. Take a break whenever you need to. Just starting to warm those abdominals up even more. Big exhale as you come across and across. We're going to go 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Pull the knees into the chest. 2 options to come up. Easier option, you hold behind your hamstrings. You roll all the way up to seated. Second option, quite a bit more challenging. Your legs are going to go straight. Your arms are going to go over your head. You're going to reach the arms to the ceiling. Nod the chin. Roll yourself all the way up for a full roll up. So as we transition, you can choose either one of those options. Let's go ahead and cross the ankles. Take the hands to the mat. Step all the way back to a plank position. Finding that plank here. We're going to hold the plank, tuck the tailbone. If you need to drop your knees, you can always do so. Now this time you can continue with what we were doing to lower the knees, chest and chin to the mat, or you can just lower from your elbows all the way to the mat. Once you're on the mat, make a pillow with your hands. We're going to start to work on extension through the hips. So take your right leg, try to reach it as long as you can away from you, and then lift it up a few inches. And then bring it down. Take your left leg, lift it up and away from you and back down. So you're just alternating, extending through the hip. Not a huge range of motion for most of us through the hip, so don't feel like you have to go super duper high. You're focused more on squeezing your glute and extending the leg long. You can continue here, singles if that is feeling good for you. If you're feeling up to it, we're going to do 8 more, and you can do doubles. So both legs at one time, and both legs release. So you're doing singles, 4 more on each leg, or you're doing 8 doubles. Exhale as you lift. Inhale as you release. Exhale as you lift. Inhale as you release. We've got 4. Keep pushing the pubic bone down, pulling the abdominals in. Keeping the shoulders relaxed and the head heavy. 2 more. And last one. Good. Lower down. Take the hands beside you. You can come up to your knees first, or you can go straight up into a plank position, push back into your downward facing dog. Look to the front, step the right foot forward, step the left foot forward, look out and lengthen. Exhale, lower your head, neck, and shoulders down. Inhale 1 vertebrae at a time, stack your spine up, sweep the arms over the head, big deep breath in, and then come through the center, hands to the heart, roll your spine all the way down. Inhale, look up and lengthen. Now step the left foot back, the right foot back, find your plank, and then from here, again, we're going to lower all the way down to the belly. This time, make a pillow with the hands, extend your legs long. We're going to lift both legs at the same time and start to heel beat. So you're going to beat the heels together. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, and exhale, 2, 3, 4. Big inhale, 2, 3, 4, and exhale, 2, 3. 3 more sets. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, and exhale, and 2, and exhale, and 1, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, and release. Hands beside you, turn the toes under. You can come through the knees first, or you can push all the way to the plank and then press all the way to downward facing dog. From here, look forward, step your left foot forward, step your right foot forward, sit all the way back, and let's go into another variation of abdominals. Reach the arms forward. You're going to start to roll your spine very slowly all the way back down to the mat. Good. Bring your legs into tabletop. Take the hands behind the head. Lift the head, neck, and shoulders up. We're going to inhale, both legs go long. Exhale, both legs come in. Inhale, extend. Exhale. Now, the lower my legs go, the more challenge I'm going to feel. So if you need it easier, please feel free to keep the legs higher. Inhale out and exhale in. Inhale out and exhale in. Just a few more here. Keep taking that belly and anchoring it right to the mat. This will be your last one. And then come in. Take the legs straight up. Again, your tailbone's heavy, so you're not rounding, you're lengthening. Take your heels together, toes apart. Try to reach your legs together as much as you can. Lower the legs down, down, down. Squeeze and lift them up. You may not move very far, and that's fine. You're just lowering down, 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 and squeeze and lift up. Good. Inhaling down. Big exhale. Inhaling down. And big exhale up. Give me 3. And 2. 1 more here. Good. Turn the toes back to neutral. Take the right leg towards you. Left leg goes away. You're going to pulse twice and switch. 2 options. You can grab behind your leg and do a pull. For me, I cannot really hold my head up without eventually getting a lot of neck pain the next few days, so I'm going to keep my hands behind my head. I do like the hands behind the leg, but I know for my specific neck and shoulders, it's just not worth it. So you're going to get a bigger stretch with the hand behind. So you could do one. That'd be a good option. 1 hand behind the head and 1 leg pulling. That's kind of middle ground right there. And pull, pull, and pull, 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 pull. Give me 1 more on each side. And then pull the knees in and rest. Option A, rolling like a ball. You roll up with your hands behind your hamstrings. Option 2, a little more challenging, roll up. Reach the arms over your head, send the legs long. Exhale, arms to the ceiling, nod the chin, roll your spine all the way up. And then we're going to cross the ankles, press all the way back. Find your plank position. This time you're going to lower all the way down into your plank, and we're going to go into a little cobra or up dog. So when we did our cobra before, you're pulling your arms back, pulling your chest forward. Up dog, you can go a little bit higher, and you could even start to lift the legs. Another difference between my 20-year-old body and my 44-year-old body is that up dog is not accessible to me as much now, so I'm going to keep it low. And then we're going to roll all the way back down. Turn the toes under. You can go to knees, or you can go right to the plank. Push back into your downward facing dog. Look forward, step 1 foot forward, the other foot forward, look up and lengthen. Exhale, release your head, neck, and shoulders down. Roll your spine up, 1 vertebrae at a time. Reach the arms up and over the head, and then bring the hands to the heart. A little bit of balancing work. I want you to find your weight on your left foot. Take your right leg and bring it out to the side with the foot resting on the ankle, on the inside of the shin, or you can bring it all the way up into the inside of the inner leg. So we're going to try to really open that right leg out to the side, use your hands to your heart, and find your tree position. Option 1, you can stay here. Option 2, you can reach the arms up to the ceiling with your pointer finger reaching to the ceiling, other fingers interlaced. Moving on from here, more balance if you need it. If this is enough balance, stay here. If you need assistance, you have a wall. You can, if you're standing by a wall, that can help you. Bring your hands back to your heart. Bring your right knee in front of you, and then you're going to start to lean forward as you kick the right leg back into kind of a warrior 3 position. So the right leg's going to go long. You're going to dip your chest forward. Make sure your left knee has just a baby little bend in it for support, so you're not locking out your joints. And if you'd like to go for the full expression, the arms can go over your head, and you can find an extension from the fingers all the way through the right toes, and we'll hold for 3 and 2 and 1. Hands back to the heart. Pull the right knee back into the chest as you stand up nice and tall. Bring the right leg all the way down. Let's do the other side. So left leg, you can keep the toe just resting right on the floor. That's a great option if you're just starting with some balance work. And then it can come slowly up the leg. The only place you don't want to put it is against the knee. So you don't want to be pushing your left foot into your right knee. So I'm going to hold that left leg up in the inner thigh and bring my hands back to the heart. Settle your balance here. Take a few breaths. Hands at the heart really help you to put the positioning of the shoulders in the right place. So you're pushing into the arms, letting the shoulders rest down, pulling the abs in. Second option, the arms can go up and over the head, full extension. Try to keep that equal weight in the tripod of the foot, big toe, baby toe, and heel. Good, take the hands back to the heart. Send your left knee in front of you, big inhale here. And then you're going to bring the left leg back behind you and find your warrior 3. Now I have a tiny little bend in my right leg. I'm trying to keep my hips square to the floor the best I can. And then if it's good for my shoulders, I'm going to send the arms over the head. If not, I'm not going to do that. If that does not feel good, keep the hands right at your heart. And you're going to hold for 3 and 2 and 1. Come up, pull the left knee back into the chest, and then set the leg down. Good. Take it back to your starting position, your feet about 6 bones distance apart. You're going to bend your knees and take your hands towards the floor for chair pose. Reach the arms up and over the head with the legs bent. So you're sinking down as low as you can. You're reaching your fingers as high as you can. Slight little tuck of the tailbone. Inhale, lengthen the legs, look up. Exhale, hinge forward from the hips and touch the floor. Inhale, look up and lengthen again. Exhale, if you want to jump, you can. I'm always going to keep stepping. So I'd like to step now. So you're going to step back, and then you're going to lower your option down into your push-up, your option into your upward-facing dog or your cobra position. Back down, turn the toes under. You can come through the knees, or you can go right into your plank, and then pressed into your down dog. Now take your right leg, step it forward, and come up into a warrior position, or actually a lunge position. We haven't turned the toe out yet. So you're in this lunge position. Shoulders are relaxing, ribs pulling in. Turn your back toes to the side so your heel goes down, and turn your hands to the sides. Sorry, I should have done the other side first. You can't really see my front, but you can see what's happening from the back. So my torso is staying right up and down, perpendicular to the floor. I'm reaching energy through both fingers from left to right, and I'm sinking into that right knee as much as I can, keeping right knee in line with my right ankle. Take the right elbow to your right knee, send your left arm over your head, turn your torso, look to the ceiling, and take a side angle stretch. Keep that left shoulder down and away from your ear. And then take both hands to the floor. Step your right foot back. Go through your push-up position. You can lay down if you need to. Inhale, look up, come into your up dog or your cobra. And then turn your toes back under, lift up to your plank, into down dog. Step your left foot forward. Come all the way up into your lunge position. And then we'll turn the toe out, reach the arms, and I can see you. So we're in our warrior 2. So I've got my torso straight up and down. I'm reaching through the arms, melting the shoulders, pulling the abs in, pulling the ribs in, breathing, of course. And then take your left elbow onto the knee, reach reach your right arm, turn your torso to the ceiling. Take a few breaths here. See how much space you could create from the right fingers to the right toes. How much space can you create between the left shoulder and the left ear? And then look towards the floor, take both hands down, step your left foot back, come into your push-up, up dog if that feels comfortable, or cobra, and then to down dog position. From here, look forward, step or jump if you'd like, forward, and then have a seat all the way back. Again, into our roll down, reach the arms in front of you. You're gonna roll your spine all the way down, coming all the way to the mat. Put your arms right beside you. Take your feet about hips distance apart. You're gonna lift your hips straight up and then lower the hips back down. Lift the hips up and lower back down. Lifting up and back down. Really driving into the heels as you lift, squeeze your bottom and release. We'll do 2 more lifts and lowers. The next time you lift, I want you to stay there. So take it up and hold it. Lift your heels up so that you're on the balls of the feet. And you're just gonna lower your heels and lift your heels. Lower your heels and lift your heels. Keep the bottom nice and engaged and lifted as you just lower and lift the heels. Good. 2 more lifts and lowers with the heels. Next time the heels are down, roll the spine all the way down. Pull the knees into the chest and just give yourself a little hug. Let's go to a second round. Put your feet down, arms to the sides. We're gonna lift the hips straight up. This time pull the right knee into the chest and send it long. You're gonna kick the right leg long and then pull it back in. Kick the right leg long and pull it in. Keep your rooting down through the left foot and keep lifting up through the left glute. Three more on this side with this exercise. This will be your last one. Now hold up, make a footprint on the ceiling, lower down. Squeeze the glute and release. This is all about your left glute. We'll do 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Put the right foot down, lift the hips if they've dropped, pull the left knee into the chest and send the left leg to the ceiling. We're gonna kick the leg down and back up. And inhale, big exhale up. Keep pushing into that right heel and lifting that right glute or your bottom. Good, 2 more big kicks. And then the leg's gonna stay up to the ceiling, big lift up and down. Make a footprint and lower. You've got it. And 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Set the foot down, lift the hips, roll your hips all the way down. Pull your knees into the chest. Option 1, rolling like a ball up. Option 2, legs long, arms over the head. Roll yourself up 1 vertebrae at a time into your full roll up. Cross your ankles, take the arms forward, step back into your plank, through your cobra, up dog, and down dog. Step the right foot forward, turn your left foot flat, reach the arms up into warrior 1, open into warrior 2, extend into exalted warrior. So your left arm slides down your left leg and your right arm reaches up and you bend into your right knee. And then go forward into side angle. So your right elbow goes to your knee. Your left arm goes over your head. Option to take this farther with the right hand going down on the big toe side of your right foot. If that doesn't feel good, if it's too deep of a stretch for you, keep it up onto the forearm onto the knee. Take the left hand down, step the right foot back, go through your push-up, Go through your up dog, end in your down dog. Take your left foot, send it forward, turn your right toe flat, reach your arms over your head for warrior one, open into warrior two, take the right hand to the back leg, reach the left arm over, find exalted warrior, and then bring your left elbow to your knee, your right arm over, straight line from the right fingers to the right toes. Find your side angle. Option B, the left hand comes to the floor. Go where you can breathe. That's the most important. If your breath becomes restricted, you've gone a little too deep for your body. And then both hands down, step back into your plank, lower down, inhale into up dog or cobra, exhale into down dog. Look forward, step or jump the feet forward, look up. Exhale, lower the chest down, bend the knees, make sure your feet are together or just slightly apart. You're going to lower the hips down, come into your chair pose. Take the hands to the heart and keep sinking down. See if you can put more weight in the heels, less weight in the toes. Tuck your tail slightly, pull your abs in, sink even deeper. Look towards your right, and if you can, hook your left elbow on the outside of the right knee and give yourself some traction. If that doesn't feel good, then you just twist and you hold. So this is just going to give you a deeper twist, a deeper stretch. But if it doesn't feel good, it doesn't feel good. Listen to your body as always. Come back to the center, sink lower if you've came up a little, and then twist to the other way. So it's a little twist, or it's the right elbow going to the outside of the knee, hooking and getting some traction for your twist. And then come back to the center, stand, straighten the legs, release the head. Look up and lengthen. Exhale, step the right foot back, the left foot back. Let's drop to the knees and find tabletop. Bring the wrists right in line with your shoulders, knees in line with your hips. Look up and take a big inhale, and then pull your abs in, round your back and take a big exhale. So you're inhaling as you look up and lengthen, and you're exhaling as you scoop. Inhaling as you look up and lengthen, and exhale as you scoop. Try to get as much extension and flexion in your spine as you can. Do that one more time, looking up and then looking down, and then come in the center. Take your right leg, reach it back right behind you. You can let the toe rest on the floor, and then take your left arm, reach it in line with your ear. For more challenge, reach the right leg up and off the floor. So you've got a straight line from the left fingers to the right toes. Your hips are square to the floor. You're reaching energy from the crown of the head to one side of the room, and from the toe to the other side of the room. Now pull your left elbow to your right knee, come in a little ball, and then press it away. Pull it in and tuck, and then reach and extend it out. Good. Keep your breath moving in and press it out. Three more. And two. And one. Good. Set the left hand down, turn your left toes to the side, and bring the right arm to the right hip. So now you're in a side position. Your left shoulder should be in line with your wrist. Your knee should be in line with your hip. This right leg's going to lift up and back to the mat. Up and back to the mat. If you'd like, the right arm can go to the ceiling, if that gives you like a focal point. Because for your head, you can look up if that feels good for the neck. If it doesn't, look down or just look in front. And you want to be comfortable as you're going through this exercise. I like my hand on the hip, so I'm going to go back there. Two more to go here. And then I want you to hold it up at hip height. Find a cantaloupe and then circle around it. 10, 9, 8, 7. You've got it. 6, 5, 4, 3. Circle the opposite way. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, keep breathing, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take the hand down, take the leg down, push into a little child's pose, and then push your hip over to the right and give that glute a little stretch. Because we're going for the other side. When you're ready, come back to tabletop. Send your left leg out, toes can touch the floor. Send your right arm out in line with your shoulder. Lift your left leg if that feels comfortable for you. Make sure that you have your Pilates box, which is shoulder, shoulder, hip, hip, like this square box is facing the floor. So you don't want to be opening the hip or opening the shoulder. Everything's square to the floor, and then you're going to pull the knee and elbow together and reach it back out. Pull it in together and back out. Use your breath. Do one more, and then you're going to hold it out. Take the right hand down, spin your right toe open, and then turn your torso to the side. Left hand on the left hip or left hand to the ceiling. Straight line from the left fingers to the right fingers. You're going to lift your left leg up and down to tap. Up and down to tap. Again, you can bring the hand on the hip if that works for you. We're going to do 2 more lifts, and then I want you to hold it at hip height. Find that cantaloupe, circle around it. 10, 9. My cantaloupe's turning into a golf ball. 3. Good. 3, 2. Reverse the direction. Opposite way. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. You've got it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Set the foot down, turn back to tabletop, push into a little child's pose and push your left hip off to the side, stretching through that left glute. Come back into tabletop, lift back into downward facing dog. From here, we're going to take that right leg, lift it up and behind you. Now, we were just talking about keeping the hips square. I want you to let your hips open now. Let that leg go as high as you can. You can even bend the knee. I forgot about the wall. And then you're going to look towards those toes. So I'm looking towards my right toes, getting a big stretch through the side. And then I'm going to come back, reach the right leg to the ceiling, square my hips this time. I'm going to lean forward, bring my shoulders in line with the wrist, and take my right knee to my right shoulder, push it all the way back. Come forward, bring my right knee to my right shoulder, push it all the way back. And again, bring it forward and back. 3 more, forward and back, and 2, forward and back. Last one here, and back. Good. Bring the right foot down. Bring the left leg up. Now open the hip. Let it open you to the side. Bend the knee. Look towards your left toes and get a nice stretch. I'm pushing my hands away from me, pushing back into my heel, opening through my hips, pulling my abs in, keeping my low back safe. Turn back to neutral. Extend the left leg. And then you're going to lean forward, shoulders in line with the wrist. Bring the left knee to the shoulder. Push it back. I guess it's really my elbow. Come forward, knee to elbow, and push it back. And forward, and back. Nice job. 3, and 2, and 1. Good. Set that foot down. Step your right foot forward. Turn your left foot flat. Reach the arms up into warrior 1. Go into warrior 2. Into exalted warrior, leaning back. Into side angle, either elbow to the knee or hand on the floor, reaching forward. And then both hands to the floor. Kick that back toe up. So you've got both hands on the inside of the body, so on the big toe side. Your hips are square to the floor. Your back heel's lifted. Your right hand can come to your knee and you're going to look over your right, or the right hand can come to the ceiling and you're going to look towards the fingers, giving our spine a little twist. Good, come back, set the back knee down, turn the back toes underneath you. Hug your right knee in towards your right shoulder, so you want to keep that connection there. If it's available to you, come to your elbows for a lizard lunge. Now that we're nice and warm, we can work on a little bit more flexibility through the body. Same thing, you can stay on your left elbow. You can turn to look towards your right. You can take your right hand to the knee, put a little pressure here, and take a little twist. And then you're going to release, bring the right elbow back down, come back to your hands, turn your back to under, lift your back knee, bring the right foot back to meet the left. Come back into downward dog, and we'll step forward with the left leg. Turn the right foot flat, come up into warrior one position, open into warrior two. Right hand to the back thigh, come into your exalted warrior, come into side angle, left elbow to the knee, right arm in line with the right ear. Option two, the left hand comes to the floor. And then both hands come to the big toe side of the foot. You pop the back heel back up and come into your lizard. Keep lightning bolt energy through the back leg. Pull your abs in. Push your left knee into your left armpit. And then you're going to take the left hand to your knee and open out to the left, or option of the left hand going up to the ceiling. Left hand comes back to the big toe side of the foot. Drop your right knee so you can get a little deeper stretch to the hips. If it's available, you're going to come onto those elbows and come into, again, your lizard lunge. Come back up to the hands. Bring the left hand on the other side of the foot. Lift your back knee up. Press into your downward facing dog. From here, we're going to look forward. You can step, walk, jump, float all the way forward. You're going to have a seat all the way down. Bring those legs about the width of your mat. I'm going to turn around because I've got the wall. You don't have to do that. So you're going to bring your feet about the width of your mat. Reach the arms long, sit up really tall into our saw. So you're going to twist to the side. Dip the right pinky finger to the left baby toe. Come all the way up and center. So it's a twist, center, center. Actually, I probably need to be like this. The wall's in my way still. So you're going to twist, dive, up, and center. You're going to twist, dive, up, and center. I'm probably coming completely out of the frame. So hopefully you can tell from my cueing. You're doing the saw from Pilates. Up and center. So you go to the left, bring the right pinky finger to the left baby toe, stack your spine, come to the center. And I know my back arm's doing a little funky thing with the left because of the wall, so hopefully you get it. Good. I love the saw once you're warmed up. Get a really big stretch to the hamstrings. So we're going side, up, and center, and side, up, and center. Let's two more, and center, and last one, up, and center. Come forward, and we're going to pull the knees into the chest. Now you may have already been doing rolling like a ball if you're using that for your transition. You're going to bring your head towards your knees, pull your abs in tight, rock off your sitting bones, and come to a place where your toes are lifted off the mat. You're going to try to keep this big round C curve as you roll back and forward. Try to put on your brakes. Don't let your toes touch, and do it again. Now, depending on the surface you're working on, this may feel excruciating, so do not do it if you are not on a padded surface. So you definitely want to have enough padding underneath you for this to be comfortable on your spine. And if it is not comfortable, just go back to your rolls. So either doing your rolls that we did in the beginning, your roll backs, or rolling like a ball if it feels appropriate for where you are. Good, just a few more, and then we're gonna take it to the next variation, which is called the open leg rocker. The next time you're up, you're gonna hold it. Now for open leg rocker, a little more challenging. You're gonna grab on the outsides of the legs. You're gonna bring your legs first out into like a V position. Your chest is lifted through your legs, your back is long. If your hamstrings will allow it, take your legs straight up to the ceiling. You're still grabbing at those ankles. If that's too challenging, again, keep it bent. Same thing, you're gonna tuck your chin to your chest, roll yourself back, roll up, put on the brakes, pull your abs in, press your chest forward. Tuck your tailbone around your back and roll. When you come forward, you're rounded, and at the very top, you lift your chest, roll the shoulders back, find a long spine. Round your spine and roll back, and roll all the way up and sit tall. 3 more to go, you guys. Rolling back and forward, and 2, and forward. This will be your last 1, and forward. Good, bring the legs together. Set your legs down, arms in front. We're gonna roll all the way down. We're gonna work into some variations of teasers. So we're gonna start with our knees bent, feet flat on the floor, about hips distance apart. Inhale the arms up to the ceiling, nod the chin. Exhale, lift the head, neck, and shoulders. You're gonna roll up. If you need to grab your legs, you can, and use a little bit of assistance, rolling up. Sit up tall at the top. Exhale, roll yourself down, 1 vertebrae at a time. Reach the arms over the head. 2 more in that variation. We're gonna get progressively harder. Arms to the ceiling, nod the chin. Exhale, roll your spine up, sitting up tall on the sits bones, and then rolling yourself all the way back down. And here's our third one. Inhale, the arms go up to the ceiling. Exhale, nod the chin, roll your spine up, and then roll it all the way back down. Single leg teaser. I'm gonna bring my feet together, take the right leg long, and here we go again. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, lift the head, neck, and shoulders. Switch the legs at this top, and then roll yourself all the way down. And again, inhale, arms up. Exhale, roll up to the top, teaser position. Switch your legs, roll yourself all the way back down. 2 more like that. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, roll your spine up. Switch your legs, scoop your abdominals in, roll yourself down. Last one here, arms up, scoop and roll up. Switch the legs and roll yourself down. Good, pull the knees in. We'll give us a little break before we do the more advanced teasers. Roll yourself all the way forward. Come into your push-up position, into your upward facing dog, and into your downward facing dog. Good, step the right foot forward, a little bit shorter than you were before. So it's a little bit shorter stance going into pyramid. So you've got your right foot on the floor in front, your left foot behind you. You're gonna lift your chest up and then just lay over your front leg. You wanna square your hips, so you're thinking about your right hip going back and your left hip going forward. Giving that hamstring a little stretch. Inhale as you look up, and then we're going to step the left foot forward, step the right foot back, and into our pyramid pose here. So you're squeezing your left kneecap, squeezing your left leg, so your quadriceps are engaged, and that's going to help your hamstrings, which is the back of the leg, release. Lifting your quadricep, lifting your kneecap, relaxing your head, relaxing your neck, and relaxing your shoulders. From here, walk your hands to the right, all the way to the right. Turn your toes to the right, and then now you're going into a wide angle pose. So you're going to inhale, look up, and then as you exhale, you're going to drop your head, neck, and shoulders between the legs. Put some weight forward into your toes and out of your heels so you can feel the back of your legs release. Your hands can be on your hips. Your hands can be on the floor. Another option is to walk the hands way between the legs with your fingers away from you and start to pull your hands towards you and draw your head closer down towards the floor. Any of those options are appropriate. Reach the arms back in front of you if they're anywhere else. Look up and lengthen, and exhale, release forward again. Turn your toes back to the left. Step your left foot back. Come all the way through your push-up, all the way to up dog, all the way to down dog. Look forward, walk, jump, step, hop. Sit all the way back into our second round of teasers. Reach the arms in front of you. Tuck your tailbone, scoop, and roll yourself back. All right, so we did single leg variation teasers. So now we're going to go into teaser 1. So the legs can be in tabletop. The traditional is the legs are long. So I'm just going to keep my legs in tabletop. Reach the arms up. Exhale, roll yourself all the way up. And then roll it all the way back down. And again, inhale, arms up. Exhale, scoop and roll all the way up and all the way back down. This will be your third and final one. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, roll up. Now we're going to take the legs long, just the legs go down and up. 6 and 5 and 4. This is like our grand finale. And 3. You can do it. Last 2 and 1. That was teaser 2. Now the legs go down. Your upper body goes down. Everything's going to go up. Let's try for 3 of them. Arms come up. Exhale, roll yourself up. Lift the legs, lift the chest. Lower everything back down. 2 more to go. Arms go up. Roll yourself up. Lift the chin, lift the chest. Lift the legs. And bring it down. Last one, you guys. Inhale, the arms go up. Exhale, you roll up. Everything lifts. And you lower everything down. Pull the knees into the chest. Give yourself a little hug. You can rock side to side. I think that is a good ending note. We're going to finish with just a little bit of stretching. Keep the right knee pulled into your chest. Send your left leg long on the floor. You can hold that right leg in towards you. Just transition to an easy breath in and out. Slow your breath down. Slowing your body down. Take this knee with your left hand, so you're holding the right knee to your chest. Your left hand's going to grab on the outside of the knee. Your right arm's going to go out to a T, and you're just going to roll that knee across your body for a nice big spine twist. And then pull that knee back into the chest. Straighten the leg. Option, you can grab behind your calf. You can grab behind your hamstring, or the traditional yoga variation, you're going to take your second and third finger and grab your big toe, and you're going to pull that leg towards you. That's not accessible for most of us. If you had a towel, you could also hold a towel or a strap with the foot. Or just grab the hamstring, grab the calf. So wherever you're holding with that leg, keep rooting your left leg. I like to flex my left foot, energize my left leg, keep that rooted down. And then your right leg's going to go out to the right for a nice big inner thigh stretch. You can even let the elbow rest on the mat, wherever feels good for you. And you can even look to the left if that works for you as well. Bring the leg back to the center. Give it one more little pull in, and let's switch. Let the right leg go down. Pull the left knee into the chest first. You're just going to hold that leg in for a nice stretch of the back. Your right hand's going to hold the outside of the knee. You're going to roll it over towards your right for a back stretch. Your left arm can come out to the side to counterbalance the stretch. Come back to the center. Take that left leg and send it straight. Grab either behind the hamstring or the calf, or the traditional yoga pose, the second and third finger, grab the big toe and you give it a pull if that works. Right hand can come to the hip. Just think of grounding down through the right hip, flexing your right foot, squeezing your right quadricep and your left quadricep. And then we'll bring that leg out towards the side. Let's see if my wall will let me. Oh yeah, it hits me at the very end. And then you can look over towards the right. And then come back to the center. Give that leg one more little pull in. You guys have done an awesome job today. As in every yoga class I've ever taught, we always end in Shavasana, and we do the same for any yoga Pilates mixed class I've ever taught. So we'll end there now. So just let that leg release. Just let your legs go about the width of your mat and let them completely flop open. No work, no effort. Just let your legs relax. Take your arms out to your sides with the palms facing up. You can just take a manual adjustment. I like to roll my shoulders down and underneath me just to kind of give me a little bit more openness through the chest and through the heart. And then release everything. Close your eyes and let your whole body just completely sink into your mat for a few moments. You can feel free to pause me and just hang out here as long as you'd like. But I'm going to stay here just 3 more breaths. Take the 3 deepest, longest breaths that you can take. When you have finished your 3 breaths, you can start to wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes, start to bring some energy back into the body. With as little movement as possible, you're going to pull the knees up into your chest, roll over onto your right side, and then use your hands to help you all the way up. And just find a comfortable cross-legged position. Sit up nice and tall and just notice the difference of how you feel now than how you felt when we started the class today. I really appreciate you joining me today. I hope you enjoyed the class. If you've got any questions, feedback, comments, suggestions, please let me know. Otherwise, stay safe, and I hope to see you soon.